तो अगेन 369 ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म। सो आज हमारे साथ सभी जानते हैं माइकल विलियम सर, एम सर हैं। सो आज हम उनसे सीखेंगे कि आज जो एक वर्ड आया है ब्रांड एम्बेसडर, एवरी फाउंडर लाइक ए ब्रांड एम्बेसडर। सो उसके लिए हम प्रॉपर सर से नॉलेज लेंगे कि किस तरह से ब्रांड एम्बेसडर क्यों कहा गया है हमें, और ऑन पैसिव में हर एक फाउंडर को क्या करना चाहिए, या फिर डू एंड डोंट्स किस तरह से हमें आगे की जर्नी हमें करनी चाहिए। सो थैंक यू सो मच एंड वेलकम टू अगेन माइकल विलियम सर, एम सर। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग 369 ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म एंड ओवर टू आवर co-host Sapna Gupta ma'am. Welcome to Sapna ma'am.
Thank you so much, Rohit sir, and very warm welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Once again, to all the founders who are having with us from all the corners of the world. Today we are having a Michael William Ames sir from Canada. So very warm welcome, sir. Once again, namaste from all Indian founders. Namaste, sir.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone. Hello, Sapna. Certainly a great pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Sir, can you say namaste?
Sure, namaste.
Okay.
It means greetings, right?
Yes, of
it means
course.
greetings, right? Okay.
Yes, sir. Namaste. Our PM, Mr. Modi, has famous the Namaste all over the world, because Namaste, when we fold the two hands and connect it with the heart, it releases the vibrations which connect you with the heart of the other person in front of you. You are saying Namaste.
Wow.
So,
That's
sir,
powerful.
what? Yes. Sir, we are being a brand ambassador. So what the definition of brand ambassador according to you, and what are the do and don'ts, because you know that we are under the eye or surveillance of O media. So what the guidelines should a founder should follow in this platform?
Okay. Well, if they don't know by now, they're in big trouble. You know, we certainly should understand, you know, what that is. You know, being a brand ambassador for anything, right? Anything that you're involved in, that you are a brand ambassador for, you know, that certainly requires you to have a level of trust, right? So you certainly want to be someone who's trustworthy, okay? Meaning, you know, if the company says that we should not publicize something, right? So because you're trustworthy, because the company can trust you, right? Trust us, then obviously we will abide by that. We will listen to that, okay? You know, so that's very, very important because, you know, again, based upon the stage that we're at right now, not everything needs to be out there in the public. What is public is public, what is private, no different than your personal life, right? There are certain things that's personal to yourself and your family that you don't necessarily go out there and you're blabbing on social media, you know, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, etc. You know, you keep it private, right? And then there's things that are public about your family that you'll go out there and you let the world know, right? So it's the same thing. If we are one big happy family here in ONPASSIVE, then we ought to know, you know, when we're instructed that this is private, then we keep it that way, okay? So that's where trust comes in. And leadership, right? We've said it many times that all of us are leaders. We as founders and now, you know, brand ambassadors, you know, leadership is important. And so some folks may think that, oh, I'm not a leader. And no, we all have leadership qualities inside of us, every single one of us. Okay, it doesn't matter, well, I didn't invite anyone. That's okay. No one told you that you had to invite anyone. No one told you that this was mandatory. No one told you that if you don't invite anyone, you're not going to be successful. No, okay? So we all have that, you know, level of leadership within us. Obviously, some more than others. Some, step up to the forefront. Again, on here, you have those, like Sampat, like Nagma, like Sapna, and others, that step up to the forefront and they're, do their best to bring information to the rest of the folks then, so you have different levels of leadership for sure. There's no doubt about that, but it doesn't mean that you as an individual, is not a leader. Yes, you are, okay? Because we've said it, that the entire world will know your name, okay? You will be out there, there's no doubt about that. Even with the advertising, the marketing, everything that will be done within our company, so, get ready for that. So step up, okay? In other words, rise up to the level where the company, can say, yes, truly of a fact, this individual is a brand ambassador. This person carries our brand, the ONPASSIVE brand. They carry it, in high regards. They carry it, to a different level, right? So we certainly want to, include that in there. Professionalism, right? We ought to be professional in what we're doing. This is not, some backyard business, or you're playing in your backyard with your children. You need to be professional. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to wear a suit and tie and all these things, or put on a fancy dress, or none of that. That's not what we mean by that. But how you conduct yourself. Okay, you want to be courteous to others. You want to be kind to other people. You want to be constantly thinking about the whole and not just yourself, right? You always want to be thinking about your other founders, and you always want to be thinking about humanity as a whole, because that's what we're here to do, is to uplift humanity. So therefore, we have to govern ourselves accordingly, okay? So, there is a professional way to conduct ourselves, our behavior, right? We don't need to be bullying anyone in any different chat groups and all these things. We don't need to be gossiping about people, and you understand? So we need to be professional in what we're doing, because this is a professional business. Okay, ONPASSIVE is a real company, right? We have real products. There's real people involved, and we have a very high level of standard that we all want to abide by. Okay, so it's nothing that's complex. It's nothing that founders need to be concerned with if you're always doing the right thing. Okay, if you're always doing the right thing, then you have no issues. Okay, and it's not difficult to know what the right thing is to do. Okay, if you're not sure, you check with someone. If you want to do something and you're not 100% sure about it, you check with someone that's in the know. Okay, and the company has told us that all we need is what's in our back office. Okay, we have updates, we have recaps, right? Everything we need are back there. We can ask questions in no network if we so choose, and someone will respond. Okay, so we know what we ought to do, so we just have to simply do it. Okay, to create brand awareness as a brand ambassador, this is what our unique websites, that's what it's going to be for. Okay, think about having 1.4 or let's say 1 million plus different websites out there. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, we are also promoting that brand. Yeah, in the big way, obviously with Burj Khalifa, right? All over Dubai. Now we're going into the World Cup in a few days, in 13 days. That brand awareness continues, right? So we have to, get ready for all of that. Okay, we have to be aware that this is serious. This is not some game or some funny business that you may have been involved with before. This is the real deal. That's what we keep saying to all of us, that this is the last business that you will ever need. Okay, there's a reason for that. Okay, because if it wasn't the last business, then we wouldn't tell you that. Okay, we're not just saying it just for saying it's safe. Okay, so we need to understand that. So we're going to have a presence online, offline. Okay, there's lots of different ways and different mediums that we can use to promote the brand, okay? And it doesn't have to be you as an individual that's manually doing this, okay? Again, this is why we have an automated system. Catmo is real. Catmo is still alive. Catmo is still relevant, okay? So we certainly will have that automatic way of presenting ONPASSIVE, presenting our products to the world, okay? So we have to just keep those things in mind. There's more, there's knowledge involved. There's no doubt about that. But to each person, they have a certain level of understanding of the business. We all don't understand the business the same way because not all of us are fully immersed into the business, okay? This is all that I do. This is ONPASSIVE, pretty much is my life. So with that, you definitely want to spend time getting to understand what this business is. And we have all the resources for that. We have all the resources from her blog, from her corporate website, all the information that we need is there with regards to our products, the various updates that we get from our CEO and our staff. So it's all of that, okay? It's all of that. But to keep it simple, being a brand ambassador, you simply just want to present our company in a positive light, okay? Because that's what it's here for. It's here to do good. It's here to help, millions upon millions, if not billions of people around the world. So therefore, you want to be putting your best foot forward, okay? So just keep it simple, do good at all times, and just try to remember that we're here to uplift humanity, okay?
Thank you so much. And sir, before proceeding, there are more questions on my WhatsApp. Please ask this question. I know you have answered me, but from their behalf, sir, as the foundership has been closed, but many of the IDs has not been activated and their payment has been blocked, or they has been deducted twice a time, or their email problems, or their accounts has still not active. So they want to hear from your mouth, sir.
Yeah, so here's the thing, okay? If a payment was made, okay, and 100% for sure that the payment was made, it was not returned back to your bank, because we've had situations where someone's made a payment, the bank actually rejects it or blocks it, and it's returned back to the person's account, okay? I'm not talking about those situations. I'm talking about you've actually made the payment, the funds left your account, never returned back. If you did that, then the accounts will be activated, okay? All the various issues that may be outstanding, they will be resolved. Even as we speak today, I've already received confirmation from others that certain wrinkles were completed on their behalf. Certain accounts were activated. Certain people didn't have access to the NDA, and that was resolved for them. So it's an ongoing process, but we certainly will have all of that taken care of in due time. So no one needs to be concerned if they've made a payment and for some reason it wasn't activated. If it's investigated and that it turns out that no, the payment was actually received by ONPASSIVE, then their account will be active. Okay? If they're having login issues for some reason, I try to reset the password and I get the OTP, but then the password doesn't come to my email, so I can't log in. All those will be resolved. Okay, it's an ongoing process, but obviously the greater matter, the most important aspect of the business is getting us ready for what's about to happen. So the company's obviously spending their time and resource towards that, but they have not forgotten those who may have some issues. And it's not, it's not a bulk amount of this. It's still a small percentages, but it will be taken care of. Okay, so they don't need to be concerned about it. It will be done. The company will spend time to make sure that no one is left behind. We've said it many times, okay? But I know some folks like to hear it over and over again, have to be reminded of that fact. But the reality is it will all be taken care of. Now, if you had a pending account and you did not activate it, well, you can't. If for some reason you go and try to do it, and maybe you're blessed above others, I don't know, and you happen to see the payment page, then make your payment and you're in. But for the most part, if a person did not activate their account, it's over. I've had people messaging me requesting more IDs. It's over. So stop messaging me, okay, with regards to that. It's over, it's done. We're not giving out, we're not transferring any pendants or any, it's over, it's done. It's not something that we want to be talking about, okay? So we put that to rest. It's time for the new phase. It's time for the new chapter. It's time to move forward, and I'm certainly looking forward to that.
So, sir, if you have registered as a founder and your account is not activated, but still you are lucky that you have logged your position as a founder only, they will get. Yes,
so 1 second. So you're saying, so if they've made their payment.
Yes, as a founder, and
right,
they have registered as a founder.
But it wasn't activated, but they made the payment though. But it wasn't activated. Yeah, it'll be taken care of. Okay, it'll be taken care of. So don't need
because
to be
they are
about
worried.
That.
They are worried that we have registered, but the founder position has not been lost from their hands now.
Yeah,
okay.
No, it's not lost. If you've made the payment, okay, and the company will be able to verify this. So please don't try. Okay, don't try. If you know you haven't, don't come forward and try to say that you did and all this fancy stuff. Okay, obviously, we check these things, right? So don't
are
be
saying
concerned.
thanks, sir. They are WhatsApp be the message to convey thanks for this message that you have satisfied them that they are the founders of ONPASSIVE. They are so much satisfied with this answer. Okay, thank you so much, sir. And next, I would like to call upon my other team members, Dr. L.D. Bhagat, sir. Dr. L.D. Bhagat.
Thank you, Sabha ma'am. Very good evening, everyone. And our guest of today, Mr. Williams. We welcome here to this platform of 369 Global today, and we are lucky to have you here. So I thank you for your words of wisdom for this platform. And as the people are worried about their queries and they are being solved by you earlier also and from this platform also. And I just thank you for being here. I have no special question, but I will like to request you to kindly guide the founders during this period. We are at this stage just to launch, and what strategy they should do at this period from now to the period of launching regarding the users and resellers if they want to approach them, how they can approach them.
Okay, so right now, okay, like no one can register with ONPASSIVE right now. Okay, so if you choose to speak to someone about our business, there's no action that person can take. Okay, that person cannot come in, right? So I look at this as a time where we want to just continue to encourage all of our brand ambassadors. We want to, continue to inspire, motivate, and educate, of course, about the business that they're in. Like, to me, that's the approach right now. So that speaks to all those who are in, right? Those who are not, for whatever reason, whether, they fail to make that good decision or they just have not been informed about ONPASSIVE, then for those individuals, it's just a matter of them waiting, okay, until the door opens that they can come in, as a customer And then if they so choose, they can also elect to be a reseller. So yes, we can communicate information if we so choose, but just keep in mind that there's no action that they can take. They cannot come in, now. Right now is a good time for all of us to make sure that we are ready, make sure that our account is, intact, meaning, we log in, we check that, the name is spelled, correctly. Right. Sometimes, we have our last name first and our first name last. So we need to make sure that is done properly. Some of us have multiple names, right? Some of us have 3, 4 names. Okay, so you want to kind of make sure all that is done, as it ought to be. You want to make sure the phone number is correct. A lot of us lose our phones and all this fancy stuff. Make sure all your profile information is correct. These are things that we could be doing, because even as of yesterday, I had founders saying that they finally was able to go into their account and they noticed that a lot of the stuff wasn't correct, right? Some of them had NDAs that's not even signed, okay? Now, you're not going to be a part of the campaigns if that's not signed. You're not fully, logged into your account, okay? Because all NDAs need to be signed if you wish to move forward. Okay, now if you don't wish to move forward, that's fine. You don't need to sign it. But the NDA, the non-disclosure, when you log into your back office, and if you see there's a message there to sign the NDA, then it needs to be signed. Okay, so it's important that these are the things that we should be doing. So basically housekeeping, right? That's what we want to be doing, is to make sure that everything is in order. So you certainly want to do that. If by chance you have multiple accounts, you want to do the same thing for all. Okay, not just one. Okay, you want to do the same for all. So that's really what founders can do right now. And you can, make a list if you want. You know what? Once we get going, there's some folks that I want to, share this information with. By all means, you can make a list of that. Okay, so you can kind of make preparation, right? You can prepare yourself, but when the door is open, okay, this is what I'm going to do when the door is open. But sometimes it's best to kind of wait and see, kind of, let it happen, let the business unfold, let it take shape, right? So now you see exactly what you're working with, and then you can now decide how to move forward from there. So that's about it as far as what, we can be doing at this time. Okay.
Thank you so much. Well, some people in our India particularly, I can say that they get panicky when they are not getting log into their ID due to temporary technical errors from the server or the internet. What would you like to tell them? How to pacify them that they should not be so panicky and just wait for the things to go normally that can go?
Yeah, well, like we've said, and again, this is where the trust comes in. Okay, you have to trust the company. You have to trust us that when we say something, and if you know you're getting it from the correct source, then it's something that you can go by, right? So if we're letting you know, and the company has said that no one will be left behind, meaning we're not going to ignore people. When we say left, that's what we're talking about. Okay, no one's going to be ignored. No one's going to be forgotten, right? So as I mentioned, anyone who have what we call wrinkles, right, or to be plain issues, whether great or small, all of them will be dealt with. Okay, it's a continuous process. There have been some who were unable to log in. Now they can. Okay, so it's not like nothing is being done in that regards. People are being attended to. So they just don't need to be concerned. I'm telling you right now that it's not something you need to be concerned about. Okay, sometimes it's a matter of clearing your browser history. Sometimes it's a matter of shutting down your phone and restarting it. Okay. Sometimes that's all it is. Sometimes it's on our end and not so much the company's hand, right? But whatever is on the company's side will be taken care of. Okay, so we need to make sure at our end that is taken care of. Some of us have clicked unsubscribe, in the bottom of message that we receive from corporate. So if you unsubscribe, then naturally you can't get any information, any emails coming to you from the company. Okay, But we can also whitelist, right? We can also do our own whitelisting by going into our email account under all settings, and then you'll see where you'll be able to make the adjustments there and add an approved email address so that you're always receiving messages from that email address. So that is something that we can do on our own as well. So, but it's just not a concern, is the bottom line, okay? Don't worry about it. It will be taken care of. You're in a good place, okay? No one should be panicking right now, okay? Like no one, okay, about anything, okay? There's no need to rush for something. Oh, but I need it to be done now, because I can't sleep. Okay, it's okay. Go to bed, sleep, have a good rest, because you're in good hands, okay? There's no need for any of that, right? ONPASSIVE is about helping people. So naturally, we're going to help all of our brand ambassadors. It only makes sense. It starts with us, right? So how can we help the public if we can't even help our own? Doesn't make any sense, right? And that's the same as we move forward, and we want to, we say we have all these great ideas and all these different people and situations that we want to help. But if we can't help ourselves and our family, how can we help others, right? So it's the same thing, okay? So ONPASSIVE certainly will be helping its family, which is us as brand ambassadors. So no need to be concerned, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Dr.
Thank you, Salman, and over to you.
Okay, giving the fair and equal chance to all, because there are many more panelists in our webinar. And sir, one more question from my side.
Thank you so much.
If the person is having a multi accounts, the eKYC, single eKYC will work for it?
Yeah, so we've, again, this has been mentioned, right? So let's suppose I have 3 accounts, and so, for myself and my family. So I do the eKYC for one account. I'll be able to connect the other 2 accounts with that one. Now, when we say connect, it's just from a sign-in standpoint, right? So when I log in, okay, I have access to that account that I logged into, okay? But then from within that account, I'll be able to pretty much just click a button, and then I'll be in the second account. And I can click another one, I'm in the third account. Okay, that's what we mean when we say connect the accounts together. They're still independent accounts. They're still a business on their own, okay? But to log in, okay, I'll be able to do that from one place. Okay, as opposed to I gotta log out, then I have to go through log in again, right? And log out, then I have to go through log in again for the third one. Okay, I just log in once, and then I'll be able to have access to all the accounts that I've connected to myself. Okay, so yeah, that's how that would work.
Okay, whosoever is the taxpayer can go with that eKYC.
Yeah, well, again, the eKYC is for verification. Okay, and has nothing to do with money and all of that stuff. It's the verification. It's to make sure that the account that you have is a legitimate account. It's a real person. Okay, we're trying to verify that it's a real person. Okay, because we want to be dealing with real people. We don't want someone to come and they're going to open up 1,000 accounts and these are all fake accounts. Okay, there's no reason for that, but people will do it. Okay, so to avoid all of that nonsense, you provide a way that people have to verify that they're real. Okay, and so even that, I think a lot of folks are, in panic mode about that as well, because of the unknown. Okay, so the best way to overcome that is simply to wait until you get there, you see what's involved, and then you make them, do what needs to be done at that particular time. There's no rush. We're in this, this rush mentality. I need to know, I have to do this. There's lots of time, folks, lots of time, okay? And we'll be given time to verify our account. It's not like, well, you have, 10 seconds to make a decision to verify. No, okay, there will be enough time for people to do what needs to be done in order to be verified. If they need help, if they need assistance, okay, there's enough time for them to seek that and to acquire that, so they'll be fine, right? It's nothing complex, okay? So that's just to, again, to make sure you, Sampat, okay, your account, yeah, it's a real person. Sampat is a real person, and that's his account, okay? That's what that is, okay? When we're talking about wallet and money now, that's something that's different, okay? That's a different KYC, okay? But for the first part of it, right, it could be something as simple as clicking an image, let's say, to verify that it's not a robot that's out there creating a whole bunch of accounts, etc., like a software program, right? It could be authentication process, similar to like Google Authenticate, an authenticator. There's different ways of doing that, folks. But again, wait until you get there, see what it is, then you can react, right? We're trying to anticipate, we're trying to guess, we're trying to, make speculation prior to it. And so we create all this stress that's not necessary, right? So just relax. When we get there, we'll see what it is, and then we'll advise, folks, who may need that extra help. Okay, we're here for everyone. So if you have people that's there for you, people that you can lean on, people that you can trust, that's going to take care of you and help you along the way, right? The company's going to hold your hands. Okay, and we know that this is new for a lot of folks, right? Not everyone is tech savvy and all these things that, oh yeah, I know to do that. No, so enough support and help are going to be there to make sure that we all get through this in a seamless fashion, okay? So again, buckle up, be patient, relax, all is well, okay?
Thank you, sir. And next, Rohit, sir. Rohit, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Sapna ma'am. And welcome to again, Michael, sir, our 369 Global platform. So my question is, many times you say, sir, one ID is sufficient. So, and many people are multiple IDs, and what's profit, sir?
Did he get cut off at the end of there, or is that all you wanted to ask? Satna, did he
Yes.
finish? Did he finish saying what he wanted to say, or did he get cut off at the end?
Yes, sir. He has asked that many times you have said that one ID is enough. But if someone has a multiple IDs, so what benefit he will get?
Okay, so, a lot of times we have to use what's referred to as common sense, okay? And so all of us, regardless of our background, regardless of culture, country, religion, all that stuff, education, we all have common sense, okay? That is something that is built into every single one of us on this planet, right? So let's suppose I have one restaurant, okay? If I have one restaurant, maybe that restaurant only gives me, 100 customers a day, okay? I have a restaurant, I open the restaurant for 10 hours a day, whatever, and I get 100 customers inside that one restaurant, okay? Now, what if I open up a second restaurant? So now I have two restaurants, okay? Is it possible that I can now have 200 customers, right, a day? Because now I don't have one restaurant, I have two of them. So I have customers coming into this restaurant, I have customers coming into the other restaurants, right? So I have more customers, right? What if I have 3 restaurants? You understand, right? You see where I'm going with this? Using that common sense approach, right? So if I'm happy with just 100 customers, then I don't need to have you know, 2 restaurants, okay? But if I want to have as many customers as possible, if I want to have, you know, my restaurants them to do extremely well and all that, you know, and I want to, you know, get my customers them as fast as possible, right? Then I'm going to have, you know, as many as possible, right? Restaurants, okay? So the more restaurants I have, right, it simply means I'm going to get to that customer goal that I may have in my mind faster, right? If my goal is to have 100 customers, that's what I'm looking for. I need to have 100 customers. If I have 1 restaurant, okay, it's going to take me a certain amount of time to get there. But if I have 10 restaurants, chances are it's going to take me 1/10 of the time to get there, right? It's not exact, okay, right? But that's a good assumption that we can make, right? That's a common sense approach, right? So I'm not sure why people are concerned. You know, we just want to make the point to all of our brand ambassadors that if you only want to have 1 account, 1 is enough, okay? If you only want to have 1, but what if you want to have 2? What if you want to have 3? It's okay, right? That has not changed, okay? That has not changed, but we're also giving people, just in case they thought for some reason, oh, I need to have 100 or something, or, you know, whatever the number may be. If you feel that that's not something that you want to have, then you can terminate it. As many as you like. You can get a refund for as many as you like. It's your choice. I can only speak for myself. And I know I'm not terminating any of mine, right? Every single one that I have, I will certainly keep. Because how I look at it is that if I have, you know, a lot of family members I want to help, if I have a lot of communities I want to help, a lot of causes I want to support, you know, then the more access I have or more resources I have, right, then it's easier for me to be able to help all these different individuals and organizations, right? So if you don't have a lot of access, right, how can you help a lot of people, right? And we know that on passive, you know, part of what we want to do is to certainly be able to take care of ourselves and our family, and with extras, be able to reach out there and support our communities, right? So I want to be in the best position possible to be able to do so, right? And I don't want it to take 20 years for me to be in that position, right? So if that can be done in a short period of time, then by all means, I'm going to do whatever is possible to maximize, you know, that opportunity, right? To be able to maximize the time that is needed to get all that taken care of, right? So it's just how people look at it, you know. But the truth is, yes, 1 account is enough for every single founder, right? But also know that we're all in, you know, different situations, right? I can only do what I can afford, right? I can only do what I can afford, number 1. Number 2, right? Someone who lives in, you know, Papua New Guinea, where, or, let's say Mexico, someone's in Mexico where the average income is, say, $300 a month, right? Their situation is different than someone who lives in, you know, Orange County, California, in the United States. You know, $300 a month is not going to cut it. You understand? So everybody's situation is different. So we have to look at ourselves, what it is that we're trying to accomplish, what are our goals, okay? And then make a business decision, okay? And then with that, you'll be able to get your answer as to what you need from what you don't need. But personally, I believe that if you made that decision to acquire what you've acquired, it was for a good reason, right? It was for a good reason. And that reason most likely has not changed. So it can only benefit you, okay? It can only benefit you as you move forward, you know, that you'll be able to do even more good, right? You'll be able to do more good. That's how I look at it, okay?
Thank you, sir. And let's make it quick and fast. Let's make it, sir, rapid fire round, because we are having another corporate webinar and we know that you have to move on that webinar, because we would not mind to spend 2 hours or 3 hours with you. Okay, let's call upon Mushraf Hussain, sir, is with us, sir. Please unmute yourself, and we are having just 2 minutes or 5 minutes sharing. Mushraf Hussain, sir.
Thank you, Sapna ma'am. Thank you very much. And very good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
Yeah, Michael, actually, I just say that there's so many founders, they have raised up questions like that. I'll have 10, 15, 20 multiple ID. And after that, before there's like an announcement, as like a package. So is it possible to, we will like take a package here, hold means all ID or single ID. So I just tell him to that it's I just tell that person to just, I want to guide you. You just guide me because there's the one ID. First of all, one ID you have to activate, and you just take a package, whatever that you are affordable, because it's not possible you just that's all the ID you have to take a package, because some founders, they'll take a multiple ID, but that announcement, that should be announcement, the package, and that time they have a problem. So in a one ID, I think they will enough for that, because after that the company is going to launch, then one by one, if it is possible, they will upgrade that all the packages for that. So is it better option? And is it what do you think of?
Okay, so remember now, each, to use your terminology, each ID, okay, is a separate business entity. Okay, it's separate. All right. So if I have two of them, I have two businesses. Okay. If I have three, I have three businesses. Right. They're different. You just happen to be the owner of three of them. Okay. As opposed to three different owners. Right. It's still three businesses. Okay. But maybe it's one owner of all three, or maybe it's three different owners. All right. No different than somebody can go and buy three McDonald's franchises, right? One owner, but they have three different McDonald's, like three different stores, three different, one is in Calcutta, one is in Hyderabad. You understand? There's three different ones, right? So you have to think that way, okay? That they're independent, they're separate. So what that means is that for me to have this business, okay, let's call it business number one, to have business number one up and running, well, I'm going to need to have a domain name for business number one. I'm going to need to have traffic for business number one, and so on. Okay, business number two, I need to have a domain name for business number two. I need to have traffic for business number two, and so on. You understand? They're different, my friend. Okay, so it's not that, okay, I have three, but I'm only going to activate one and don't worry about the other two. The other two are not a going concern. They're not in business. If they don't have a domain name, okay, they're not. So, this is the thing that people have to realize, that, if I have multiple accounts, then for all of them to be active, for all of them to be in business, for all of them to be up and running and being able to sell products, etc., right, then they have to be activated, okay? So you have to keep that in mind as well. It's not just, well, I've got, three founders account, etc. No, they're independent businesses, okay? But again, when we get there, we'll see exactly how things are going to work. We'll know exactly the steps to take, and we'll receive guidance, okay? You're not going to be alone somewhere trying to figure it out by yourself, okay? You'll receive guidance, but be in preparation though, knowing that if I have multiple IDs, I have multiple businesses, and that's a good thing. Okay, it's a good thing.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you very much, because there's lots of questions it's raising for that every session. Thank you, Michael. Sure. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. And next we are having a Jaswant Singh Jassi sir with us. Sir, very warm welcome.
Thank you, Sapnaji, and for inviting me. Thank you, Michael sir, and love you from bottom of my heart. Thank you. And I was just finished the meeting with Abdul Subhan with the Bangladeshi, and then I see a message in a group. You are live in an Indian 369 session. So I not control myself. So that's why I come here to warm welcome. And I have no question and very much excited for today corporate webinar. But yeah, yes, one question right now in my mind. If you address, then I'll tell. Someone having a 2 account, 3 account, 5 accounts, and if they having a account their nominee, nominal, the child account, okay, and sorry, okay, and they asking me, can they put account number their own self, either their child accounts, either they take their own account in this account number. So please you address this question if you can.
Sure. I mean, if someone has an account that they want it to be for their child, they can simply have their name in there. So, they can take care of it. Again, if it's for my children, it's still within the family, right? So whether it comes to me or it comes separately, it doesn't really matter because it's still within the family. So I would certainly, just have, if they're underage, there's nothing wrong to have the account in your name. And you can have it, when the business starts to generate income, depending on how businesses are set up in your country from a tax standpoint, right? You'll be able to get proper advice how best to distribute that income, okay? There's different ways of doing it, but it varies from country to country. So that's the only thing. But as far as managing it though, yeah, just put your name there in the account, because you can make those changes on your own. Everyone should be aware of that. You can go into the account on the profile and you can change the name, phone number, to reflect what you want it to be. So that's fine. And that's how I would do it. If they're underage, I would simply have it like that. But keep in mind also, though, that when it comes to wallets and all of that, you'll be able to transfer internally, right? Or one wallet can transfer to another wallet and so on and so forth. And this is why I say these things don't need to be a concern, because there's a way to do things, okay? And we will be guided as to how best to do it. When we get there, though, we're not there yet, right? We're not there yet, but we certainly will be there shortly. And when we get there, guidance will be provided, all right?
So I think there is no need to change their account number. They transfer from their wallet to own wallet, then transfer from there directly in their account. No? It's okay, no?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It's just up to the individual as to how they want to, kind of govern their situation. But that's why I brought up the point that, yeah, wallet can transfer from wallet to wallet internally. So it won't be an issue. So again, people don't need to run around and panic. As I said earlier, just when we get there, there'll be time to make adjustments if adjustments are needed. Okay, so if you get there and you realize, oh, this can be done this way, okay, no problem. Let's make the change and do it the other way. So we don't need to worry about that, is my whole point. Right, let's wait until we get there.
So thank you, Michael. Thank you. Thanks a lot for supporting me a lot of time when I'm going distracted. Okay. So thank you. Love you, Michael. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Sapnaji.
You're most
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you, Jassi sir. And now we will like to call upon Nagma Tabassum.
Thank you so much, Sapna ma'am. Good evening to everyone. Hello, sir. Feeling very glad to see our beloved leader in front of us.
Hello, Nagma.
So I have two questions. First, we met our O Media department in last two webinars, and we know that O Media is going to just expose our ONPASSIVE in a professional way, and it will provide us the videos and written stuff also. But I want to ask that how other companies and businesses will get benefit from this.
Well, keep in mind that from a traffic standpoint, from an advertising, marketing standpoint, I'm sure companies will come looking for that. Okay, companies can't have enough of advertising and marketing. Okay, that's why they spend millions upon millions of dollars on a regular basis for this. So if there is another source that they can tap into, I'm sure they will. Okay, and so ONPASSIVE could be that source, right? Obviously, ONPASSIVE won't be doing it for free, right? So that'll be a good thing for the company as well. So it'll be a win-win situation for businesses that are out there. If ONPASSIVE, helps companies save money by providing them with more cost-effective tools to run their businesses, then for sure, right? A product like OStaff, OConnect, OTracker, so we have lots of products that businesses will be able to benefit from. And O Media will be doing all the communication with regards to that. So yeah, there's lots of opportunities. It's not just about the individual in ONPASSIVE. It's not just about you and me. At the end of the day, it's all focused on customers. So customers could be individuals. Customers could be mom and pop shops. Customers could be large corporations, even governments. So all of them will be able to find something in ONPASSIVE that they can use, and I believe would be more cost effective than anything that's out there in the marketplace. So that alone will save them money. All companies, all businesses want to save money, right? But yeah, O Media, fantastic. I've never seen any media organization or any company that has gone to the length that ONPASSIVE has by having the best of the best, right? And to know that we as individuals have a department, have an organization, have a company, because O Media is like a company within a company, right? So to have that level of resource behind us, right? To have that behind us, we couldn't afford it on our own. Like none of us could, right? So we as brand ambassadors need to understand, what we're getting, the value that we're actually getting, right? So, yeah, we're leaps and bounds ahead of everyone, NAGMA. So businesses definitely will benefit from what we have to offer for sure.
Thank you so much, sir. And I think we have limited time, so I will ask my question afterwards if we will get some more time.
Sure.
Over to you, Sapna ma'am.
Thank you so much. We are having engineer Sushanta Biswas from Bangladesh. Very warm welcome, sir.
Excellent.
Thank you so much, but I'm really sorry I'm not in a position to talk. Please continue. I'm just listening, Michael and other speakers. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Next, I would like to call upon Rekha Makan.
Thank you so much, Sapna, and glad to see you, Michael. Okay, my question would be related to domain name. Now, in India, especially in the rural areas, many of the women, they have their own small scale industries or the business they are running. So they wanted to know, in case if they have or they can use their brand, the business brand, with this domain name to ONPASSIVE and correlate their business, or they have to have that separately?
No, it doesn't have to be separate. On one domain, you can have multiple pages. Okay, so I can promote multiple things under one domain name, right? So it just depends on each person's situation. Personally, I would want to have a separate domain name for each business I want to promote, but it doesn't have to be that way. Okay, so they certainly can use one and have multiple things promoted on there. Just be different pages. Okay, so for example, I can have johndoe.com and that's promoting business A, and I can have johndoe.com/business B, okay, and that's promoting a separate business. Still the same domain name, but the actual link, the URL, would be slightly different, okay, but it's still coming from the same domain feed.
Okay, and they can connect their business with the same website, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank
Over
you
to you,
so
Satyana.
much. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Rajni Swadra. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am, Sapna ma'am and Michael sir. I want to ask that I have taken 2 ID in name of my son. My son is in Canada. So I want to tell that both ID have different email, obviously, but one contact number is of Canada and another number is Indian phone number. So is it any problem of anything like in future?
No, as long as those numbers are active, then it doesn't matter. Okay, as long as it's active. So if someone was to call the number, someone's going to respond, then that's
Yes.
fine, right? Yeah. So as long as their numbers are active, that's okay.
Of one person of different countries number they can have.
Yes, yeah, because it's, remember now, each one is separate, right? Each one is
Yeah.
separate. So if
Yes.
this one here, is being run through Canada with a Canadian number, that's fine. If this one's being run through India with an Indian number, that's also fine, as long as the numbers are active, right? That's
But
the most important.
the country we will mention only Canada.
Yeah.
And the ID
Okay, but
identity
okay.
card will be one.
No, but listen though, okay? If I'm gonna have Canada as the country, right, then I wouldn't want to have an Indian phone number. Okay, that's not good business practice. Okay, so if I'm gonna have India as the country, then I want to have an Indian phone number. Okay, but you can have the same phone number for more than one account. Okay, so keep that in mind also. Right, you don't have to have a different phone number for each account. The same phone number can be used, just like your name. The same name can be used for multiple accounts. Okay.
Okay, and the identity card will be the same like Aadhaar card or the passport.
Yeah, as far as identification goes, again, as long as it's real, like let's not make this complicated. As long as it's real. So this is my ID card. This is what I have. Okay, that's what you have. That's what you have. So again, don't be concerned about that. You're going to be fine.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. The whole idea of verification, folks, again, is to make sure we have real people, just like we have a real company, real products, all of that. Okay. So we want the people to be real as well. Okay.
Yes.
We want the ambassadors
Yes,
them to
yes.
be real
Thank
as well. Okay. So that's what that's about.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Right. Because whatever we are doing, okay.
Yes.
Remember the public, okay, this is for everyone. Remember the public, customers come, they'll be doing the same thing too. They have to make sure their account is real, right? So we're basically testing all this out, right? If people haven't figured it out as yet. Okay,
Obviously.
so we're paving the way for when customers come, because we are the first set of customers. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajni ji. And next we are having, if any national or international leader, we are having a Neeraj Halvi sir, we are having a Ashok Goswami ji, and Sampath Patel sir, and all the other national international leaders who want to ask something, they can raise their hands. Vanda Nanda ji, Mamta Kulkarni ji. Okay, Sartaj Habib sir, please unmute yourself and have a 2 minutes of, sir. Okay.
Hello,
Michael,
one
sir.
question.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, very welcome, Michael, sir. I have one query. Sir, is it advisable to just top up one ID with big package, or is it advisable to just package every 3 or 4 accounts with little packages? Please explain.
Okay, so again, when we get there, okay, let's understand the process, right? When we get there, this is something we need to wait and see, okay? It's not about, big package, little package, medium package, all of that stuff. Okay, you're running a business, Okay, so you're going to make the best business decision for yourself and your family. Okay, but guidance will be, provided. Okay, but wait and see what is available. Okay, how can you advise about a big package when you don't know what the big package is? What is in it? You understand? What does it contain? Okay, so it's not about whether it's big or small. It's about acquiring what is needed. Okay, so let's just wait until we get there. We already know that we're going to open up into a new OBS. We're going to have some free products. We know what the first paid product is. So let's just work, one step at a time. Let's not get carried away and look too far down the road. Let's work with what's in front of us. Okay. So it's not something that we need to be concerned about, big, small, medium. You don't know what is going to be there. When you get there and we see it, when it's communicated to us, all of us will be able to make the decision that is best for ourselves and our family. Okay?
No, sir, I just want you, as you mentioned soon, that if you have 5 IDs, there are 5 businesses for you.
Mhm.
So statistically, we can say if a person is it advisable to just top up your 5 businesses rather than just top up one business with a big package? What is advisable?
Okay, so again, it's nothing to do with size of any package, but you certainly want to activate all of your businesses. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Over to you, Sapnaji, please.
रोहित सर सपना जी को पोस्ट करें.
Someone needs to unmute Sapna.
Just a minute.
Sampaji, namaste.
Yes.
Okay, there you go now, Sapna.
Okay, thank you so much. Sometimes they make fun of me. They don't want to listen to me. They just remove me from the audio. Okay, thank you so much. And please welcome, very warm welcome, Mamta Kulkarni ji. And please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Sapna ji. Thanks a lot. Good evening to all of us, and good morning, dear Michael, sir. Just a small question that we have seen the great presentation done by O Media. We are really delighted to see them, their presentation and everything. My small question is this, that can we contact later on to them, and can we include ourselves in the O Media department, and we can have some events with the help of O Media?
Okay, so O Media is corporate. So we as brand ambassadors cannot include ourselves in O Media, okay? But if we would like to do something, okay, if we have an event that we want to do, any type of marketing we want to do, or anything to do with communication to the public, then we certainly should run it through O Media first for them to approve it, okay, just to make sure everything is proper, and then we move forward from there, okay? But we ourselves, we can't say, okay, now I'm a part of O Media. No, okay, that's corporate. Okay, no different than we can't say, oh, we work in the Hyderabad office, right, or the Dubai office. No, okay. Corporate is corporate, and then we as brand ambassadors are brand ambassadors. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But certainly, we will have the opportunity to be able to check with them with anything that we want to do going forward.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Michael. Thanks a lot.
You're
Over
welcome.
to
Thank you, Mamta ji. And one more question, sir. What is the error, 500 error we are having in the back office? And if someone having a problem of unauthenticated account and they are not able to access his account, so any solution or any advice to fix this error?
Yeah, a lot of those errors have been fixed. Okay, and so remember now, the tech team we're constantly doing stuff in the back office that's not visible to us, right? Sometimes you try to log in and maybe it's down for like 5 minutes, right? And then 5 minutes later, you're able to log in. Because the work is constantly being done, right? We're doing so much at the same time while we're trying to get ready, but still be able to give us access to it as well, right? So it's not like the company's shutting it down because we're doing work. Okay, now you can come back in. No, we're in and out, 1+ million are in and out while all this work is being done. So some of these errors do pop up as changes are being made. But they're working themselves out though. As I said earlier, there's many that could not have logged in for various reasons. Now they're able to. It's just a matter of continuing to clear your browser, resetting your device, even using a different device just to see, is it a device situation? Is it my browser? Is it on my end? If I've done all these things and it's not on my end, that means it must be on the company's end, okay? And that's when the company can step in to assist. But most of the times, it's just a matter of giving it time, being patient and giving it time, and it actually resolves itself.
Thank you so much. And next, I would like to call upon Mahesh Kumar from Bihar. Sir, please ask your question. Just 2 minutes. Ask you. Okay.
We have time, Satna. We're good with time. I don't mind being here.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar, Michael, sir. Namaskar.
Yeah, namaste, my friend.
Welcome, sir. Welcome. Sir, our question is, our ONPASSIVE also provide us internet connection?
No. Okay. So, ONPASSIVE is not an internet provider. Okay. You get your connection from a provider. So ONPASSIVE is not such. If somewhere down in the future ONPASSIVE decides to get into that space, then so be it. But as of right now, no, that's not something that we provide as a company. No.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you a lot, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And next we are having a Sheetla Sahai Verma. Please unmute yourself. Sheetla Sahai Verma.
Okay, thank you, Sapna ma'am, and thank you everyone, and special thanks, Michael sir. Most welcome, sir. My question is that if I buy my package, then is it possible to help other founder who is unable to buy his package? Can it be possible to help that person, that founder, through the my wallet after buying the package? Please reply, sir.
Yes, if there's someone that you want to assist, you'll be able to do so. Okay, you'll be able to do so. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And next, I would like to call upon Rajkumar Panda. Please unmute yourself.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm audible, sir.
Well, I'm sure you heard me say yes, sir. So that means you are audible.
Oh. Sir, very good evening. That's my second time. So a lot of thanks to you, sir, for giving me the chance to speak with you. I have just one question, sir. In India, we have seen that the agreement is done only for 5 years. I can't understand when says that the foundership is forever, generation after generation. So why the condition is only for 5 years? If you kindly explain it, I shall be highly obliged, sir.
I'm not sure I understand what you're referring to. Are you talking about the NDA agreement that you sign and it says in there something about 5 years?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, we know that being a founder, being a brand ambassador, comes with a 1-year renewal. Okay, so we're fully aware of that. Okay, and so we know when that will be. Okay, that has not started as yet. Okay, but when that does, it's going to be a 1-year renewal. So at that point, that's going to take precedence over anything else that you have. I would have to, read exactly what it says there. I believe that has to do with, if you separate ways and stuff like that, then what are you still governed by from a time standpoint? But off my head, I don't know exactly what the document reads. But the bottom line though is that our agreement is really a 1-year renewal, but it just has not commenced as yet. Okay, so that's still in the future. That's still, once everything gets going and our sites are activated and all these things, then we'll probably still have another 3 months or so before the company says, okay, now your 1-year clock starts, right? So yeah, that's not something that we need to be concerned with, but I will certainly refresh my memory by looking at it again. And if there's something that is there that isn't self-explanatory, I will certainly make it available to Satna and she can share it. Okay.
Thank you so much. And in the 5 years, our signature are going to be turned in the autographs. I think, sir, we should encrypted our signatures. 5 years are more than enough. And next, I would like to call upon Abadi Azalo Somli from Australia. Please unmute yourself. Abadi Azalo. Unmute yourself.
Yes, Abdi Alaso from Australia. Sabna, thank you for having me. Hello, Michael Williams. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, sir. Doing great.
Just a quick question, and maybe followed by another one in regards about when the customers or resellers buying from our domain names. Does the customers or the resellers, whatever they are, going to know who they're buying from, or is it they just see the product and ONPASSIVE, or is it our name is visible?
Okay, so again, that is something, let's just wait until we get there to see exactly what our website, right? What is exactly on there? How is it constructed? Is it a full-blown page? Is it a full-blown site? Is it a capture page? Does it have the ability to capture people's information, name, email address? All those things. But I know that we will have options though. So I'm sure, that we'll have the option to really want to be visible, not visible. If you just want a corporate name there, I think all those options will be available. But I would say that it is something that once we get there, then we'll see exactly what the layout is, and then know how to move forward.
Yeah, in regards to that answer itself, when we get there, I mean, I've seen many times we talk about free products, and then maybe the first subscribe product will be, doesn't matter which one. It doesn't matter which one, but we have a free product that's ready, and then there's going to be obviously 1 or 2 we have to buy. But all these times that we were talking about products, I never hear about our domain. On your belief, do you think it's ready? Because that's something that's really necessary to go forward.
No, we don't need our domain at the very beginning. Okay, so please understand that all of us can have access, right, to free products. Every single one of us. Okay, we can have access to free products. So if I have access to free products, that means my old domain or my domain name is not even activated as yet. Okay, because this is what we have access to use. Okay, I think if we understand the picture that we, right, are also customers, right? So we are going to use the products. We're going to purchase the products. okay? And then also have the opportunity to be resellers, okay? So by us walking through that process, then we know exactly how our customers are going to go through the process, because it's going to be the same process, right? As far as customers be able to come and they'll be able to get a free account. Let's say OMail, for example, right? They'll be able to come and get a free OMail account, okay? So they'll be able to see, the same process that we're walking through, which is a good thing. So that way, you know exactly what you're presenting to others, if you so choose to present to others. You understand? But it's not necessary though. We don't need to have O domain right away. We can have our free products. We can have O Connect for sale before we even have our domain up and running. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. Bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. And Rekha Makan, please proceed with the rest of the webinar, ma'am. Please take the hands.
Thank you so much. Now, since we have limited time and I only see last 3 hand raises, which we will take for today, before we conclude for today. So next, I would like to call upon Syed Rahman. I've given you the option to ask to unmute.
Sir, I am audible?
Yes, you are.
Good morning, Michael, sir. Sir, my 2 questions. One question, in the time of KYC, I submit my bank account details. When I, after launching Get Apple in my wallet, transform in my one bank or any transaction in other banks and wallet to wallet, how can it here a function of wallet?
I'm not quite sure what the question is that you're asking.
In time of KYC, I submit my details with bank details.
Right.
When Apple come, how can I withdraw from wallet to in my one bank in any bank or wallet to wallet?
Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be up to you as to whether you attach one bank account or 2 bank accounts or 3 bank. That's going to be up to you. What you attach to the account, but you certainly will be able to have multiple accounts, like bank accounts attached if you so choose, right? And you will be the one that's dictating which bank account that the funds is going to. That's not something that the company will be doing. That's you, right? So you will have that choice. Okay.
My earning money can ONPASSIVE deduct my tax from like TDS, or I all after earning I paid my tax for government.
Yeah, no, so that'll be your responsibility. Okay. So we encourage everyone to make sure they're paying their fair share of taxes based upon the tax laws of their country. Okay. So that's your responsibility. Okay. You are in business, you generate revenue from your business, and you pay taxes accordingly, based upon your specific country. So you'll be responsible for that. Okay. Unless you're in the United States. If you're in the United States, you do get a 1099. Okay. So that's a little bit different, but at the end of the day, you're still responsible for making your own tax payments, even in the United States. But just that they will receive a tax form that we know as a 1099.
Thank you so much to have this question.
And just to go back to that 5-year, I've gone through the NDA, so I don't see that 5-year statement. So I'm not sure if it's the NDA the person was referring to, but I don't see that.
Okay, we can wait for that 5 years in case if there is any update, we will get to know in future.
Okay, all right.
Yes. So the next hand raise was for Sampath Patel. I would like to invite you once again. Please proceed. Go ahead with the question.
Thank you, Rekha ji. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes,
yes, sir.
Thank you. I warmly welcome all the national and international guests who have come to this meeting on the platform of ONPASSIVE 369, and I thank the entire team of 369 for inviting Michael William M. Sir among us today. I would especially like to thank Sapna Gupta and Rohit Sir for whose tireless efforts so many founders get to learn through this platform. Sorry, I have not any question, but I want to say some word in this platform. If you have permission, sir.
Sure.
Thank you. Is the topic of today's webinar in regards to brand ambassador. Yes, talking about this topic, first of all, I want to tell about myself. I am a brand ambassador of ONPASSIVE company and enjoying the launching process of our company ONPASSIVE for the last several months. Friends, the corporate webinar that happened on the 3rd and the update that come out in it, I am really proud of myself because in that webinar full demo was told about our two great product OTracker and OConnect. I am very surprised to see the features of both these products, and I am also very excited because I know both these products are going to shake the internet world, and the features given in OConnect can be called mind-blowing. For this, I am our CEO S. Mupra and our Hyderabad tech team. Thank you on behalf of all founders whose tireless efforts today they have created a history. And thank God about that we are going to be a part of the history. Friends, for the last few days, I am feeling very proud when I saw our company's ad for the first time on TV. For this, I got to friend of my Gulf country, Hassan Al Belt, Morocco. I would like to thank the one of who first sent me the ad recording of our company in his mobile. Second, I very excited about our great product of Play. Got a chance to meet the O Media department of our company and all their members in the last corporate webinar. Yes, I can say that this is the best team in the world. And for this, I would also like to thank our Mr. Mohammad Kamal because of which very high level work is being done in Saudi Arabia today. And yes, I thank Dr. Soha and Hyderabad team very much for the mind-blowing presentation given in yesterday. Once again, I thank all international leaders who gave their valuable time to make this meeting successful. And especially, thank you very much, Mr. Michael, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Over to host. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sampath sir, for the valuable word. That is really valuable. And would you like to add something to it, Michael?
Just, again, just to let all of our brand ambassadors, let's get used to that phrase, okay? Let's get used to that term, brand ambassadors. That's what all of us are, and we ought to be proud of that, okay? This is a company that every single one of us, okay, no matter who you are, every single one of us should be proud, of our company, because it's our company, okay? And so we want to represent it, as best as possible, right? So let's just adhere to, the rules that we have in place. Make sure we're using, companies' communication, whatever the company has put out there for us. Let's use that so that we're all on the same page. We know that Dubai, all the marketing that's going on in Dubai will continue along with what's going to be introduced, which already started, as Sampath alluded to, with beIN Sports. So we know that something great is coming. All of this preparation, branding, marketing, advertising, all that is not for naught. It is for something that we know is going to do a tremendous job as far as being able to help people out of their current situation. Because that's why we're all here. Let's be real. We're all here, because we're looking for something, right? We all have goals. We all have dreams. We all have aspirations for ourselves and our family. Especially our children, right? So we want the next generation to be better than us, right? And so ONPASSIVE will certainly be able to help us put all the necessary things in place, because it's going to give us the resource that we need to be able to do so. We know what's going on in the world right now, and we all know it's not going to get any better. Okay, there's going to be more homeless people. There's going to be more poverty. There's going to be more crime. There's going to be more sickness. Okay, it's not going to get better. Okay, but wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to know that because of our involvement as a brand ambassador with ONPASSIVE, that we are able to alleviate some of that. We're able to reduce crime in our community. We're able to reduce poverty in our community. We're able to provide, children with proper food, provide them, how can you learn if your nutrition isn't good? If you're not healthy, how can you learn? How can a child go to school and learn when they don't eat? It's very difficult, or the family don't have the money, right? The family don't have the money to be able to send, their children to proper school. So we all know what is coming where ONPASSIVE is concerned. So let's just continue to be patient. Let's continue to be in oneness, one family, one goal. Regardless of what country we're in, we don't need no infighting. We don't need no, as I said earlier, bullying. None of that stuff. Okay, this is the best place to be. This is a company that is, focused on love of self, love of each other, love of country, right? So let's just move in that, with that state of mind, and so, we know that we can do a lot if we are together, and ONPASSIVE is certainly promoting that. So let's just continue in that same vein and know that we are going to another top, right? Make sure every single one of you, if possible, to get on that 12 noon, I believe, 12 noon EST would be, what's that, 10:30? 10:30 in India, I believe.
Yes,
right? So,
yes, 10:30.
yeah, so, let's all get on that. It's a new direction as far as scheduling goes, so that we're all on the same page, okay? So please pay attention to that. Thank you so much. Again, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much, Michael Williams. That's amazing. Yeah, we should all be proud of ourselves because we are brand ambassadors. Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Indeed, we
Thank
are.
you, sir, so much. Michael.
Next,
Thank you.
the last hand raise we have for the day, which is for Geet Anand, and then from there, Rohit, you would be able to take over. Geet, go ahead.
Hello, thank you, Rekha ma'am. Hello and good evening to Michael. Welcome to this webinar. Welcome to our 369 Global platform. This is Geet Anand from J&K India. So much delighted to have you here with us tonight. There is nothing to ask about anything because there is already crystal clear about ONPASSIVE. Just want to know for myself and for all that you just told that we are all brand ambassadors of ONPASSIVE. I just want to know for myself actually what is the actual means of brand ambassador of ONPASSIVE for the sake of humanity and mankind.
Well, you need to rewind and go back to the beginning because we went through that in the beginning in talking about what it means to be a brand ambassador, and it's just putting the company in a good light, representing the company to the best of our abilities, right? Meaning we always want to be trustworthy, we want to be professional. We want to make sure we're always telling the truth, not making stuff up, not speculating, not making projections, all these things. You just want to put your company, because it's your company, right? That's what you're representing, right? You're an ambassador, you're representing, the company. And so we expect nothing but the best from our brand. And therefore we expect nothing but the best from our ambassadors, okay? So I think if we continue to do good, if we continue to, be truthful, then we will represent the company very, very well. Okay, and so the company will be proud of us the same way we are proud of the company. All right.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Rohit, over to you.
Yes, Mr. Rohit.
थैंक यू सो मच रेखा मैम। क्या वो क्वेश्चन ले लिया है आपने जो मैंने आपको भेजा था?
हाँ जी, हो गया वो।
ओके ओके, थैंक यू सो मच। एंड सभी का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया जितने भी हमारे पैनलिस्ट यहाँ पर रहे। और आज का सेशन बहुत ही जबरदस्त रहा है। शायद में भी मेरी तरह सभी लोग बोल नहीं सकते हैं प्रॉपर इंग्लिश में। सो कोई बात नहीं है, आप इसको देखिए, क्योंकि जो एक्साइटमेंट है, जिस तरह से आप लोग समझ रहे हैं इस बिजनेस में, देख रहे हैं कि कितने लोग यहाँ पर आकर के क्वेश्चन रेज करके कर रहे हैं अपने, तो आप इसको देखिए, इससे भी आपको काफी कुछ समझ आने वाली है। सो थैंक यू सो मच। आज का सेशन हम यहीं पर क्लोज करते हैं। सो उससे पहले हमारा एक्सरसाइज, यस, हमारा एक्सरसाइज सेशन जो है होता है, तो रेखा मैम प्लीज आप कंटिन्यू कीजिए।
ओके,
एंड माइकल सर को प्लीज आप बता दीजिए कि हम किस बेस पे हम ये करते हैं डेली।
Yes. So Michael, every day we perform this exercise. It is only for 30 seconds. We only give 30 seconds to everyone. Ask everyone, those who have visited the back office, because that's the oxygen, that's the backbone of ONPASSIVE. So I would like to request all the viewers, those who are watching us, आज किसने back office visit किया था? Raise your hands, those who visited
Raise
the
your
back office.
hand. Yes.
Yes.
Raise your hand.
जिन्होंने भी आज अपना बैक ऑफिस अपनी आईडी लॉगिन किया है, तो वो अपना हैंड रेज कर सकते हैं।
Yes.
20 सेकंड लेफ्ट।
34. रेखा मैम, माइकल सर को समझ नहीं आया मैं भी।
Michael, did you visit your back office today?
Both of my hands are raised.
We need the virtual one. Yeah, I'm sure he
Yes.
opened it a number of times.
I'm in there right now.
Yeah, see, that's the that's the importance. तो इंडिया वालों, जागो 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 जागो, चाय पीने कॉफी पीने का टाइम आ चुका है।
यहाँ हम वन हैंड रेज
जागो
पे ही हो रहे
founder,
हैं।
जागो।
माइकल सर आल्सो डबल हैंड रेज।
That's all right.
Did you like this exercise, Michael?
Yes, okay.
Sure, that is great to see. You know, that so many has done exactly that. You know, because that's where we should be. We should spend a lot of time back there. So that's excellent. Well done.
Thank you. Okay, 30 seconds is over. We had very less numbers. We should not be proud of us, because now it's time to be proud. We are brand ambassadors, right? So please log in. That's important. Please log in kijiye. Rohit sir, let's end. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सो मच। एंड मैं एक इनवाइट करना चाहूंगा, जहां पर एक्चुअली मेरे को काफी देर से मैसेज आया हुआ है सर का। लास्ट हैंड रेज रहेगा, इसके बाद हम कोई नहीं लेंगे। सो अमित रघु सर, वेलकम है आपका। प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
Thank you, Rohit bhai. Thank you.
Yes, please, sir.
I'm audible.
Short, please, short, sir. Time already.
Yeah.
A
lot of thanks, lot of wholehearted thanks to the Michael sir. I'm from Srinagar, Kashmir, while your great friend Mr. Sartaj is there. He's always talks about you. Thank you very much for the beautiful presentation, sir. Marvelous presentation.
Oh,
thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. You're most welcome.
Thank you, Michael sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And again, thank you so much, Michael Williams, sir, for coming in India 369 Global Platform and great knowledge today. So thank you so much. And today session was closed. Okay, our great slogan. We are yes, Sapna ma'am, please.
We need to win it.
Yes,
okay,
Sapna.
Michael sir, there is one more question. Indian people want you to visit India. When are you coming, sir?
It is on my list. It is on my list, and when I come, I will visit many provinces. It's on my list.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, William.
Thank you so much, sir. And now I would like to start to end up this session. Sir, you end up this session with our slogan.
We are so in it to win it.
We need to win it. So we need to win it. Thank you so much,
Thank you, Mr.
Michael.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you,
sir.
everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Good night,
Sapna.
everybody.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.